first grade, we are going to be reviewing for chapter 6 today. So what I need you to do is make sure that you have your pencil and your math book ready to go. You need to be turned to page 497. It's going to look exactly like the page that I have up on the board. So please flip to that page if you have not already done so. You do not need to rip this book or this page out of your book. I know that that's what we do in class, but we do not need to rip them out of our books because you're just going to keep them at home with you. If you need some more time, go ahead and hit pause on our video, and then you can unpause it once you have your page ready to go. So we're going to start by reviewing some vocabulary today. So we're going to start with number 1. And first, I'm going to read you the choices for the words that we're going to be reviewing. So the first word that we're going to be reviewing is difference. Ones, subtract, sum, and tens. So those are going to be all of your choices for as we read through these sentences. Think about which one makes the most sense. So number 1 says the answer to an addition problem is called the what? What is that called? What is the answer to an addition problem? The answer to an addition problem is called the sum. So go ahead and make sure you write that on your line. Your handwriting is going to be much neater than mine because you're using a pencil. Number 2, it says in the number 63, 6 is in the blank place. So let's think about that number 63. We know that there are 2 places in each number. So which place is the number 6 in? 6 is in the tens place. So go ahead and write the word tens on the line. Number 3, it says you blank to find the difference. Well, let's look at the ones that we have left. So we already used sum and we already used tens. So now we have difference, ones, and subtract. Well, it's not going to make much sense if I say you difference to find the difference. Does it make much sense to say you ones to find the difference? It does make sense to say you subtract to find the difference. So subtract is our answer. Please write that on the line. Number 4, it says the answer to a subtraction problem is called the what? Okay, well, we have 2 answers left. Is it called the difference or is it called the ones? It is called the difference. So go ahead and write that very long word on the line for number 4. And again, you're going to make sure that your handwriting is much neater than my handwriting since I'm writing on a computer and you're writing on your paper with your pencil. Write that very long word, difference. It's the answer to a subtraction problem. And then number 5 says, in the number 72, 2 is in the blanks place. Well, we only have one word left, so it must be the word ones. Let's make sure it makes sense. In the number 72, 2 is in the ones place. Oh, thank goodness, it does make sense. So we're going to write the word ones on our line. So there we go. Now we reviewed all of our vocabulary. Make sure you have all of your words written onto the lines. Now we're going to be moving down to number 6. And for number 6, we are going to be looking at adding groups of 10. So when we add groups of 10 or add numbers with zeros at the end, we have to think about what that first number is, that place, the one that's in the tens place. So for this first problem, number 6, we're looking at 2 tens plus 1 10 equals how many tens? Well, first grade, what is 2 plus 1 more? Remember all those strategies. You can use your fingers, you can count on. What is 2 plus 1 more? Well, we know that 2 plus 1 more equals 3. So 2 tens plus 1 10 equals 3 tens. Okay, so now we have to come over here. We have 20 plus 10. Here's where we see that 2 and the 1. So then what's 20 plus 10? 3 tens equals 30. I can count by tens. 10, 20, 30. All right, we're going to do the same thing for number 7. For number 7, we have 6 tens plus 3 tens. Well, what's 6 tens plus 3 tens? 6 plus 3 more equals 9. So 6 tens plus 3 tens equals 9 tens. That means that 60 plus 30 equals 90. Go ahead and make sure you have all of those numbers written in for 6 and 7. Then we're going to move on to the next page. I'm going to clear all of my answers. Actually, I don't think I need to. Perfect. All right, here we go, first grade. So now we're going to be moving into number 8. So we're going to count on to add, and then we're going to write the sum, which is the answer to an addition problem. So for number 8, we see the number 75 plus 1 more. Well, what number comes after 75 if we're counting? 75. If you can't think of it off the top of your head, something that you could do is count up all of these blocks. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up here at the blocks that they have drawn for me, and I'm going to count first by tens because each one of these sticks equals 10. So I'm going to count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now I'm going to count on by one, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. So that's our answer. 75 plus 1 more equals 76. Now let's do the same thing with number 9. This time we have 36 plus 3 more. So what's 36 plus 3 more? Well, let's start counting with 36 this time. We're not going to count those blocks all together. We're just going to keep counting on. So after 36 comes 37, 38, 39. So 36 plus 3 more equals 39. Go ahead and make sure you have those answers written for numbers 8 and 9. Next, we're going to come down here and we're going to move on to number 10. Now we have a 2-digit number, 1 digit, 2 digits, added to a 1-digit number underneath. So we have 62 plus 3. Now, think to yourself, I always start on the, which side? I always start on the ones side. So now I have to look at these numbers and I'm going to add them together. I have 2 plus 3. Well, first grade, what is 2 plus 3? 2 plus 3 equals 5, and I write that in my box down here. And then I can come over to my 10 side and I have 6 plus, there's nothing there. If there's nothing there, 6 plus no more equals what? It still equals 6. So 62 plus 3 equals 65. Let's do the same thing for number 11. Remember, I always start on the one's side. So now I have 7 plus 2 more. What is 7 plus 2 more? 7 plus 2 equals 9. So I get to write that in my box underneath. Then I can come over to my 10 side and I have 3 plus no more equals 3. So 37 plus 2 more equals 39. And then we'll move on to number 12. I always start on that. Yep, you remember, one side. So now I have 4 plus 4 more equals what? Oh, this is one of our double spots. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Then I can come over to my 10 side and I have 5 plus no other number. 5 plus nothing else equals 5. So 54 plus 4 more equals 58. All right, now we're going to move down to number 13. We are going to work on subtraction. So I have 6 tens minus 2 tens equals how many tens? Well, again, we're going to just look at those first two numbers and subtract. What's 6 minus 2? So now we're taking away first grade. So now we can count back. So what I want you to do is say this first big number, 6, and then we're going to count backwards 2 times. So let's do that together. Ready? Hold up your fist. 6, 5, 4. So 6 minus 2 equals 4. Then I come over here and I have to finish it. It says 60, because that's what 6 tens equals, minus 20 for our 2 tens equals what? Well, we said it was 4 tens. How much is 4 tens equal to? Count by tens on your fingers. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40. So 60 minus 20 equals 40. We're going to do the same thing for number 14. This time we're starting with 5 tens, and we're subtracting, we're taking away 2 tens. So let's count backwards again. You're going to hold up that fist and say 5, and then we're going to count back 2 times. Ready? 5, 4, 3. So 5 tens minus 2 tens equals 3 tens. And that means that 50 minus 20 equals, you got it, 30. All right, we have 2 more problems and then we are finished for today, first grade. So what I want you to do is look at numbers 15 and 16. And we're going to be using this number line to help us. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at this first number. So here I have the number 80, and I'm going to be subtracting 30. So what I need to do is I need to find the number 80 on my number line first. So I'm going to find this 80, and I'm going to draw myself a little circle there, because that's where I'm going to start my pencil or my eraser, because you know you can use either end. And then I need to think, okay, well, I'm subtracting 30. So how many times am I going to bump back? Because I'm taking away. Well, I look at this first number in 30 and I see that 3, and I know I'm going to be bumping back 3 times, but I can also count by tens if I want. So I'm going to bump back and I'm going to count by tens. So here we go. Ready? I'm going to draw. Ready? 10, 20, 30. So 80 minus 30 equals this number that I landed on equals 50. So go ahead and write the number 50 on your line. That's your answer. And now, first grade, your independent work for the day is super simple because all I want you to do is do number 16 all by yourself. Okay, so you're going to figure out using your number line, what is 90 minus 20? Figure out what that 90 minus 20 is using your number line or using your fingers and counting back. Figure it out, and I will see you tomorrow for math.